Thank you po. Good morning sa inyong lahat. Nandito na naman po kami. Ang dami ninyo at natutuwa kami. Ala, talaga hala Bicol. Thank you po na nandito po kayo kahit panahon ng eleksyon at nabigyan niyo po kami ng panahon ngayong araw na to. Dahil alam po, ilang postponements po yung ginagawa natin dahil naghahanap tayo ng common time. And of course, I want to recognize first yung ating bisita, si Governor, Vice Governor Bordado Pena. Nako, may ibig sabihin po yan. May ibig sabihin po yan. Okay, para sa mga hindi pa nakakakilala sa akin, yung wala dito last year, at sa mga taong nakalimutan ako. I am the Dept Santiago, Communications Manager po ng PMFTC. PMFTC is, marami pong hindi nakakaintindi ko ano yung PMFTC. Philip Morris yon and Fortune Tobacco Corporation na nag-combine. Opo, yung products po namin ay yung Philip Morris, Marlboro, Fortune, More. Yun po yung mga nakikita po niyo sa tindahan. And it's Philip Morris po ang nag-create since 2007 itong Brightleaf Agriculture Journalism Awards para sa ating mga media practitioners in print, radio, and TV. Kasi po, na-pan po natin na ang ating mga mamahayag dito po sa mga probinsya, ang major concern is about the issues, developments of agriculture, and kami, Philip Morris, being in the agriculture industry, since alam niyo naman, ang main product namin is tobacco, yun po, naisipan po ng company namin to come up with this competition for our media friends. But I'll not speak more, to talk more about brightleaf po and our company. I will call on Ms. Bayan Elero, our Director for External Affairs. Siya po ang talagang may baby nitong brightleaf po natin. Sa kanya po nag-umpisa ito.
Wow.
It's only my second time here in your beautiful city, but I really love coming here for many things. Number one po sa listahan namin yung pagkain. Di pa kami umaalis sa opisina. Naplano na ni Dept saan kami maglalan, saan kami mag-dinner. It's really nice. It's a beautiful place. Sarap ng pagkain. The people are so friendly. Hindi lang dito sa hotel, but even outside, we love coming here. And we love to be with you today. For me, it's really like coming home. Number one, ang aking pong probinsya ay Tacloban City, sa Visayas. So, I understand a lot of the words that are being spoken. Medyo hawig po rin yung ating dialect. And number two, to be among you is really gratifying for me. When I was still in college, I also used to be part of the provincial media sa Leyte. That was 30 years and 50 pounds ago. So, ang sarap makahalubilo ulit yung mga colleagues natin sa provincial media. I'm really happy to be here. And thank you very much for all of you for coming here. As mentioned by Dept, brightleaf po was really my baby 10 years ago. Pagpasok ko sa company, we thought of this program. Number one, to help our friends in media by providing them a platform to showcase the most excellent works in print, on TV, radio, and now even may innovations na tayo sa social media. Baka later pupunta na rin tayo doon. Number two, as mentioned briefly by Dept, Philip Morris is an agriculture company. People think of us as a tobacco and cigarette company, but it might interest you to know that we have more than 6,000 farmers directly contracted. And more than 20,000 farmers that our own suppliers have. Although, of course, they're not servicing just us, they're also servicing other clients. But all in all, we have almost 30,000 farmers that we are sort of taking care of. Okay, so I think this is one way of marrying our corporate identity and what we really are, which is an agricultural company. So for 10 years, then it's been 10 long years, we're very happy to have had a lot of good stories. And we're very happy to have met most of you and some of those who have won to be with us in the trips that we have prepared to them. This year is very special because it's the 10th year. So City Dept has more surprises up her sleeve. I hope she's gonna tell you later on about it by way of improved prices. Okay? Now, it's an election year for us, so I think we are in that curious situation now, speaking agriculture-wise, because the country is faced with so many issues that I think it's a good opportunity for us to highlight, because we are going to be having a new government in a few months' time. This may be the most opportune time for us to ventilate some of these issues by way of stories in the tri-media, so that we can bring these issues to their top of mind. Para po naman mapag-anuhan nila ng pansin, bigyan nila ng pansin. Okay? We're a member of the American Chamber of Commerce, and we conducted a study, actually with the assistance of the USAID, on the current situation of the agriculture sector. I would like to share with you some of the top-line findings lang, if I may. But if you're interested in more detail, we can give you the whole study. You just email Dept and we can email you the whole study. I'd like to share with you some of the top-line results. Okay. Now everybody knows that in the last few decades, we have transitioned from being a agriculture country or an agriculture economy into a services economy. But as of 2015, agriculture contributed only 10% to the national GDP. 10%. Considering that 1/3 of our labor force is involved in agriculture. Okay? 1/3 means 12 million workers. That's 12 million people, not counting their families, that are depending on agriculture, okay, for their livelihood. Now, that 10% share of the GDP is a very minuscule 0.11% growth over the previous year. And if you situate that against the growth of the whole economy, which is 6%, we really have a long way to go to recognize the importance of agriculture in our total economy. Okay? Now, we are also told that 73% of the poor live in the countryside. Sino kaya yun? Eh di yun pa rin ang ating farmers tsaka mga fisher folk, 73%. The farmers and fisher folks constitute the highest incidence of poverty, which is 38%. It's almost 40%. Okay? So that if the Philippines would have to have inclusive growth, as we all are aspiring for, some changes really have to be put in place. Okay? Now, what are the biggest challenges that are facing the agriculture industry? High input cost. Ano ba yung mga input na yan? Yung mga seedlings, yung fertilizers, etc. And a very poor supply chain that hobbles the competitiveness of our agriculture products. we are also losing 20% to 50% of our produce between the farms where they are produced and the consumers. Can you imagine? Almost half of the produce lost. Why? They deteriorate, nasisira along the way, kasi nga meron tayong problems also in infrastructure. Speaking personally from the corporate point of view, meron po kami ngayon, meron na kami facility sa Claveria, sa Misamis Oriental. Used to be in a project status, but now we are doing full commercial operation. This is a huge problem for us because tobacco leaf is very, very sensitive. And pag nababad siya sa araw, masisira na po yung dahon. So, pag sira na yung dahon mo, naturally, yung grading mo, bababa. That translates to a lower price for the leaf. Problema po ito because ang mga farm-to-market roads doon ay practically non-existent. So hindi po napupuntahan ng mga trucks namin minsan on time. Andun na yung mga produce ng mga farmers, naghihintay, kaya lang dahil sa access problems, dahil sira yung mga daan na parati kami nasisiraan ng mga trucks. Minsan, sa kakahintay nila na matagal, nasisira yung dahon. So, kawawa yung farmers. So, we are losing up to 50% of our produce. It's not just tobacco. I can imagine other agriculture products also in the same situation. Ano po yung mga recommendations ng AMCHA? Which is actually yung Agri Committee is co-chaired by myself. There are some recommendations that we came up with. Obviously, we are standing now at the cusp of a new era in the face of new trade agreements that are coming. We have the Trans-Pacific Partnership that we are aspiring to be a part of. We have the ASEAN Common Market coming in, and it presents us a huge opportunity for a bigger market for our products. However, that can only happen if we are competitive. Paano naman tayo magiging competitive? Napakamahal ng products natin because of the high input na prices tsaka yung mga losses. So, we are recommending the government will spend more on R&D, on research development, to make our products more competitive. It could be a simple tweaking of our products, or it could be even as simple as a packaging innovation. On the way here, sa airport, meron akong biniling mga foodstuffs dun lang sa store, sa airport. Utap. Meron na palang utap na mango flavored. From the Trappist monks. Yung mga nag-produce. Yung mga dried mangoes natin, inaano na pala sa tsokolate. Naka-flavor na yung chocolate. So, there are so many ways of tweaking or improving on our usual agricultural produce that can make this more attractive to other nationalities or even to a new generation of consumers. We also need, because the resources are so finite, napakaliit lang po ang pera natin, the government has to decide which products are most of high value. Kasi minsan pinipilit po natin magtanim o mag-produce ng mga items na obviously hindi naman ganun kataas yung value niya. But there are certain agricultural products like avocado, bokwa, our friend from DA can tell us much more about that. Coffee, marine products, red hot chili, squash, and also tobacco. If we can invest on those products, that are high value to give more returns to our farmers. Government also needs to find ways to address risk. Everybody knows we have El Nino. Nagbabago na po talaga yung weather patterns natin. So, our farmers will need information on those kind of weather changes para makapag-decide tayo when to plant or if to plant at all. Kasi kung alam mong magdra-drought ka ng ilang buwan, you can be better prepared. Maybe you can even decide not to plant or plant something else. Kamukha po nung sinasabi ko kanina sa Claveria, yung mga farmers namin, nasira syempre yung kanilang tobacco kasi hindi inulan. We invested in Claveria because we studied the weather patterns for 20 years. And that place is like, it's like paradise. Sa umaga, full sun siya, ang init-init. Pagdating po ng alas 3 o alas 4, magsha-shower na siya ng konti. Hindi yung malakas na ulan na parang didiligan lang yung mga hanapan. So, it's a beautiful place, perfect. Until we arrive. Pagdating namin ng drought for 2 years. So, sira lahat ang mga projections. Could it have been done better? Maybe we didn't have the latest information on the weather patterns, but obviously, nagbabago na rin talaga yung panahon eh. We are experiencing less typhoons, a little less than before, but the typhoons are getting more vicious. Palakas ng palakas. So this kind of information have to be brought to the fore. And you can help do this. Inform our farmers, empower them by giving them more information. But on the side of government, knowing these risks, we have to study ways to address them and apportion the risk. So the information, yes, you mentioned that, but can we have a crop insurance system that is more available to everyone? We are thinking of insurance in the scale that they are doing yung what's this program that they give money to yun, conditional cash transfer. They're doing this everywhere. Can they study something in that magnitude that will help cover the risks for our small farmers? Kasi kung talagang ganito na nangyayari sa conditions ng weather natin, is there a way to protect them by way of coverage, by way of insurance? Para naman they won't be left holding an empty bag later on. Kasi yun na nga lang ang inaasahan na pagtustos sa pagkain at pag-aaral ng mga anak nila. If you take that away from them, at saan pa sila tatakbo? That's why in some places talagang kapit sa patalim din naman yung ating mga kapatid sa probinsya. Okay. Freeing up the land market. Today, there are so many untitled parcels of land. There are estimated 11 million parcels of land that are untitled, even after 60 days of land reform. Hindi pa rin kumpleto yung proseso, and our farmers are in a state of so much uncertainty. They're neither here nor there. Kasi it's really connected with a bigger issue, which is financing. Paano ka mangungutang, or how can you access financing if you don't have title to this property? So it's a vicious cycle. So the sooner these uncertain land titling problems are addressed, the better for our farmers. There have been talks also of CSR of big companies using small farmers. Kumbaga, i-consolidate sila. these are already being practiced by some companies, I believe, like, I don't know, Starbucks or Jollibee, where they don't buy from, or they require actually their suppliers to consolidate yung maliliit. At doon sila bibili. They don't buy from big corporate farms, but they consolidate the smaller farms. That's a very ingenious and important way of innovating in order to help our small farmers. Infrastructure. Naku! Naniniwala ba kayo that only 3.5% of barangay roads are paved nationwide? 3.5%. No wonder nasisira ang mga sasakyan kasi iwak-iwak ang dinadaanan ng mga sasakyan. Also, only 57% of total land area receive irrigation. Total irrigable, yung pwedeng i-irrigate na land. Only 57% are irrigated. And most of these, of course, are dedicated to rice. Most of it. So, can we revisit the mandates of our government institutions, like DEA, on how the use of water can be more democratized, or at least rationalized? It's a huge discussion point. Dapat we should be taking part in that conversation because they impact our farmers, they impact us. Because we are the ultimate consumers, and because some of us are actually farmers ourselves. I want to take part of that conversation. And I want to report on how our irrigation efforts have borne fruit. I think these are very good questions to be asking our relevant agencies. Sino ba ang ginamang? Saan po ba ang mga ito? Where are they concentrated? How do we choose the next batch of favored groups whose lands will be irrigated? Obviously, so very large-scale investments in infrastructure are needed. These are some points that we should be raising to our new officials who will be coming on board the next few months. Finally, extension services. In 1991, a lot of the powers and responsibilities of national agencies were devolved to the local governments. Today, there are almost 1,900 advisory agencies that extend extension services to farmers. Almost 2,000 agencies. So, kanya-kanyang kung ano man ang specialization yun ang pupunta sa farmers, magkikipag-usap, itong gawin niya. This is the kind of support we're giving you. But the farmers are talking to so many people, to so many agencies. This is obviously not the most efficient way to do it. Can the DA reassert leadership? Take responsibility for this kind of services. They have the means, they have the infrastructure, they have the budget. Can the DA reclaim this? So that these services are rationalized, these services are focused. Okay? And the R&D that we think should be done ay pwede pong gawin ng Department of Agriculture. there is also a need to effect some changes in behaviors of farmers. If you will look at the demographics, you will understand why. Most of our farmers are at the average age of 50. Napakakonti po ang mga farmers na mga mas bata. So obviously, these farmers have habits and practices in place na pinagagawa nila for how many decades already. When you start teaching them something new, there's pushback. Yung pong ginagawa namin sa Claveria ngayon, it's easy and hard. Easier than some of our farmers in Ilocos, because sa Ilocos mas matagal na nilang ginagawa old dogs, new tricks. How do you address that kind of challenge? How do you encourage a new set of behaviors? Gusto man nating tulungan yung mga farmers to do something new, to make them more productive. You have to address this attitudinal condition. How can we help them kung ayaw man nila tulungan sila? One way of doing this, which we are also doing, is to try to encourage younger farmers, to encourage the younger kids to get involved in agriculture. Hindi po sexy ang agriculture para sa kanila. So we need, it's really a challenge nationwide to reach these kids, to reach these young people, to make agriculture attractive for them. One way of doing that is to offer incentives like scholarships, which we are doing now also in the places where we do business. Lahat po ng mga anak ng farmers or farm workers who are interested will get 100% scholarship. I'll give you all the things that you need, books, etc. As long as you choose a course that is agriculture related. I think it's also a challenge that we media should be taking up. Baka naman the way we present our stories are not that also attractive to children. Not children, well, to young folks, not children. Bawal ang bata sa amin na nasa farms. To younger folks, to be interested in getting involved in agriculture. The younger generations are very creative. They have access to information in ways that we never had. They're in social media. If we can use and tap this kind of expertise and attitudes and put it in agriculture, napakalayo po siguro na mararating ng agriculture. So, I end with that. I just hope that I give you a good snapshot of the kind of context or environment that we are working under. And I hope we can work together in coming up with stories that will bring these issues to the forefront, top of mind ng mga magbabasa natin, and more importantly, so that it will reach also the decision makers, the policy makers in the provinces, and the policy makers in Manila, so that more informed decisions will be made about agriculture. Thank you very much.
Change the format a little so you'll see something new with our presentation today. Dun sa mga first-timers, nandito po kami, we will give you an introduction, a background into what Brightleaf, the Brightleaf Agriculture Journalism Awards is all about. Before I proceed, I would just like to let you know if you know, syempre ngayon it's yun na mention kanina, it's the social media generation na. So ang Brightleaf po, meron na rin po kaming Instagram page. So kung meron po kayong mga photos that you will post, please do follow us at the Brightleaf Awards. We also have a YouTube channel called the Brightleaf Awards. Nandun po yung mga videos, about Brightleaf. So tapos may mga messages that put from our friends from the media, from the cities that we visited. And of course, we also are using hashtag Brightleaf. So if you're going to be posting anything po sa social media, please do use the hashtag so that we can gather and find the photos that you post about Brightleaf. Pero yun nga, siguro meron sa inyo mga nagtatanong, ano nga ba ang Brightleaf Awards? So just to show you, we have a short video that will give you an idea of what Brightleaf has been about since its launch. Mga categories at ang mga criteria dito sa Brightleaf Awards. So hindi ko na iisa-isahin pa. Let's take a look.